Nico Alter writes, "Hey AMC crew, I've been watching for a long time now and you guys have opened me up to movies I would have never seen, such as Birdman, which I love. I decided to go see Ex Machina again instead of Avengers for the 5th time and I loved it. Do you think that it could get an Oscar nom for Best Picture? Thanks and bring on the filthy."
Personally, I really like this movie. It's one of my favorites of the year. I don't think so, though. It has a small, slim chance. And it's not that the Oscars haven't recognized sci-fi films before. They have with Avatar, District 9, Gravity. But they don't usually recognize smaller indie sci-fi movies. Because that same year that Avatar and District 9 came out, my favorite movie was Moon.
Right.
Sam Rockwell starring Duncan Jones. That was my favorite movie, and that got no recognition whatsoever. So I highly doubt it. What do you guys think?
I'd love to see it happen. I think it'd be great. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. I can't imagine that I'm going to see 9 movies this year, 10 movies that would bump that out of my top 10. But I think it did come out early, and it came out at the right time for the movie. I'm glad that people got a chance to see it, but it gets so crowded during Oscar season when people are making the pushes. You can see examples in the past, but not the recent past, of a studio saying, hey, we have this movie that came out. It got a great critical reaction. Let's try to push it. Let's put it on the billboards in L.A. Let's remind all these people who are voting that they like this movie that came out this year, because it's a great point. We're celebrating 2015. We're not celebrating the best movie to come out from September. We're not celebrating the best movie that came out during football season. It's the entire year, so it should get considered. I just don't think it will.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to. I agree with you guys. Also, right now, my favorite movie of the year so far, it's got 8 months of movies, though, that coming out to where it could knock it out. And like you said, Mark, by the time you get to November, December, boom, 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 all these movies. And it's a smaller sci-fi movie, and it's hard to it happens with getting nominated sci-fi, but not often. And the Academy always kind of overlook it. So and it might happen again this year. And before you start writing in the comments about Dennis saying Gravity's not sci-fi, yes, it is. It is. I know that the comments are coming. Gravity is a sci-fi movie. I just wanted to answer the comments in my head.
It's not a rom-com?
No.
And then we didn't talk about studios. The marketing campaigns for Oscars. They're not good. The studio for Ex Machina is not going to push this, to get nominated. At least I don't think so.
Right. No. Well, I don't know. Maybe performance-wise, because Oscar Isaac was pretty damn good. I mean, and that Alicia girl was really great. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made a few campaigns for the performances. And Garland did a pretty phenomenal job directing. I wouldn't be surprised if they made some kind. I mean, look, they make campaigns sometimes for Transformers for special effects.
Yeah.
I know it's more money and stuff for the studio to where more people saw it, but I think that it would behoove them to make a push for some of their talent to try to get a nomination.
But when the sequel comes out, Ex Machina 2, more women Machinas, that's going to get nominated.
Well, you joke about Transformers and visual effects. It wasn't just for visual effects. The ad campaign was for Best Picture, Best Director.
Right.
Yeah.
They were having a goof.
Yeah.
They were
Maybe.
having a, yeah.
Maybe.